friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I'm here today to just share with you the common places I buy my regular groceries. Though I do get a lot of the stuff that goes into food storage from these sites, some of this is more the day-to-day groceries. And by the way, I have a grandbaby here again today. It's getting harder and harder to find a day where I don't have grandbabies so I can actually shoot videos. So it might be a little noisy here in the background while he's playing with the refrigerator magnets and dropping them on the floor. So when it comes to fresh produce, that is mostly things I don't already grow, or some of the things I just prefer to have fresh all through the year, I go to Misfits Market. And keep in mind, I'll also be putting links to all these places in the description box down below. So anyway, I don't just buy fresh produce though at Misfits Market, but it is nice that those rare moments where they get certain tropical fruits, like most recently they had guava, which I love, and I don't usually get to find organic guava anywhere locally. And then also dragon fruit. I was able to finally try some. The pink one was so-so. The yellow one was really good. It had a lot more flavor than the pink. But the guava and the dragon fruit, those are just things I would splurge on when they're available, but it's not something I would put into food storage or expect to preserve for a long period of time. But it is nice having the ability to do that, and it is certainly far cheaper than any that I can buy at our local store. We have one local grocery store, just one, and it is a great store, but when it comes to that, they don't have a lot of organic produce, and what they do have, I can actually get for a better price from Misfits. And I know some people have issues with Misfits, especially those in the South or on the East Coast, some different places over there having more issues. I'm still getting great product. And I'm into the second year of using Misfits Market and still am very pleased with it. But they sell more than just produce now. So it is also my main site to get the butter, and the brand does change up from time to time. We were mostly happy with the Vermont cultured butter, but they're not carrying that now. They're carrying another one, which I still like. It's just not quite as good as the other. And then my various cheeses, like they often carry organic valley cheeses such as cottage cheese, cream cheese, sharp cheddar, and more. But they do have certain pantry goods that will come and go. And when they have the ones that I like some of the Nature's Path or the Cascadian Farms organic cereals, because Patrick still likes his various different types of cold cereals a lot of times in the morning. So I will stock up on those because they usually have the best price when those are available there. And they even have these dog treats I will buy from time to time that Cody and Luna, when she's here, just really love. And then when it comes to all the meats, I get those through ButcherBox. I am loving ButcherBox. Now I realize it's not for everyone, but I'm going to put a link down below, not just to ButcherBox, but to the video review, the last one I did on ButcherBox, and why I'm still very happy with it. And as a way we can just keep some good grass-fed organic type meats stocked in our freezers and dehydrated and canned. So in fact, I'm going to be ordering up some more of their chicken breasts and just can a bunch of that to put into our pantry, because I need to restock the canned meats in my pantry back there. So these are my top 3 grocery sites, by the way. So the Misfits, the ButcherBox, and Azure Standard, where I brought in a bag right here, and that is now where I'm starting to get my dried dairy products. Like this one's the A2 organic whole milk powder. And they also have powdered cheese and buttermilk there. So whatever they're already carrying there, I'm starting to switch over to there. Before I was buying the a couple of different brands off of Amazon, such as Judy's and the Hoosier Hill Farms. And then there was also, I think it was called Prescribed for Life. I don't remember. That had an organic whole milk powder, but it's really gone up in price, and I can get it for a little cheaper on Azure. So Azure is becoming more and more my go-to place for a lot of pantry products, but mostly whole organic grains, seeds, and I'm starting to get more and more of the nuts there. And so Azure Standard is great. I'm loving it, even though I do have to pay shipping. I do appreciate the people that go through my referral link, because every time somebody buys $100 or more worth of product through my referral link on Azure Standard, I get a $25 credit. By the next time I'm ready to place a new order for grains and more, I have enough credits built up that it covers my shipping costs, which has been great. Thank you for all those who are doing that. But if you've never heard of Azure Standard, just go to the link and look it up. Some of you may be able to find a drop point very close to your area that will save you a lot of money in shipping costs. So you can look, there's a place on there where you can go look and see if there's any drop points near you. The closest one to us is 60 miles away. We just don't get into town that often, and it's not worth the trip because it takes a lot of time, and then you've got the fuel costs, and then you've got the wear and tear on your rig. So it's just not worth it to me to go that route. So that's Azure Standard. That's where I get all that stuff. But little more and more at a time, I'm starting to get more products there, and I'm always adding more to what I get there. A great place for pantry products is Vitacost, and that is where I get the organic unbleached white flour, because I can get the best deal on that there, and it's exactly what I need. And I'm also now getting the organic palm shortening there. So I don't use palm shortening a lot. It mostly just gets used for pie crust and biscuits. Those are the only two things I use it for. Whenever you're looking at palm shortening, you want to get organic, but you also want to make sure that it's sustainably harvested. That's really important. But I also get most of the organic packaged cereals at Vitacost, because Misfits doesn't always have the ones we like. It's just occasional. When they do, I get them there, but typically I get it from Vitacost, and Vitacost is a great place. You can get all kinds of supplements, many different types of pantry goods. You can get like the Bragg's liquid aminos and so on. Lots of great stuff. Sometimes I will also buy some organic juices from there just to have some extra stuff on hand for the grandbabies. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to hold him again. He's being crabby and needing to be held. So if I want to finish this video, this is going to have to be. So 2 more places I mentioned. So I know a lot of you out there just hate Amazon, but when you live remotely in a small town and can't get everything you're looking for locally, you got to do what you can. And there are certain pantry products I will get through Amazon Subscribe and Save. Now, I was getting a lot of my organic nuts there, like the Brazil nuts and sunflower seeds. More and more of those I'm getting at Azure now. But there's still some I can get for a little less on Amazon. But there's also a few other pantry products that I'll get through the Subscribe and Save. So I have them delivered once a month, once every other month, like the organic ramen and a few other things. Though the organic ramen, it'll probably be months before I need any more, because I did stock up on a bunch of that just to have it on hand. But, there are a few of those kind of products I get from there. And then the other place would be, of course, Costco. But the closest Costco to us is 75 miles away. And so this is only stuff that I will order online and have delivered. And I only order enough to get free shipping. And I did a video a year or 2 ago about ways that you can use Costco, because there's different categories. So I'll link to that down below. And I'm sure it will vary depending on your area. But like we can't, because we're too far away, we can't get all the things delivered that are available in the physical store. So a lot of produce, milk, we can't get any of that. We can get cheese and meats, but now I'm getting most of my cheese from Misfits instead, but we can't get milk. So milk is the one thing we still have to buy locally at our local store, or we sometimes, on the rare occasion, Patrick's having to go through town, he might stop at a Costco and pick up a whole bunch of milk. Other than that, we buy it locally, because we can get the organic milk at Costco. It's pretty good. But our store does carry organic milk. It's just a little more expensive here. There's also a few nuts that I will get on Costco, and a few snacks to keep on hand. And also the dry yeast I get there. Best price I've seen anywhere on dry yeast is from Costco. I believe it might still be $5 for a 2-pound bag, but I haven't had to buy it in a couple of years. So it might have gone up since. And then a couple other things would be the Kirkland, a grain-free dog food, and the black oil sunflower seeds, a really huge bag for my chickens, because it's really good for the chickens. And Costco has the best price on a 40-pound bag of black oil sunflower seeds. But those I can't get delivered. I can get the dog food delivered. So that's something that when Patrick goes into town, he'll stop at Costco, get a bag of the sunflower seeds, get a bunch of milk, and then he'll go over to the Coastal store, which is pretty much right across the street, and that's where we get our chicken feed. because we can get the best price on organic chicken feed in there. So we stock up heavily on that, so we always have some on hand. He may only go through there once every few months at most. So I try to make sure we always have enough for at least 6 months on hand when it comes to chicken feed. So anyway, those are the most common places I purchase groceries from. And I'm going to be hopefully later today when he's taking a nap, shooting another video on long-term storage and what I put in that. And if you got any suggestions, ideas, what are your favorite places to shop? Because it's all going to vary depending on your location. You know, if you're in a small, very remote town that doesn't have much around you, a lot of times you're limited to doing a lot of shopping online. But those of you who live closer to bigger cities or places that have things like Whole Foods or Aldi's or things that we just, you know, Aldi's is something that I don't even think is on this side of the States, but I hear a lot of people talk about it. You know, some people might find those better places to shop for whatever, and any other place. So, and also make sure you let people know roughly your location. So if they're looking for good places to shop physically, that might be helpful. You know, and the kind, you know, do you save a lot more money going this way? Are you able to get a lot more organic foods going to this place or that place? So share your ideas with us in comments down below. And don't forget to check out the links I'll be putting in the description box down below. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.